Hey, good morning. Welcome back to Seeking Dubai. So in today's video, I want to talk to you about the villa market and also do a bit of a deep dive onto the Valley master development. The last time we talked about the Valley in a lot of detail was in January of 2022, and that is, when we kind of broke down the third phase, which was launching Talia, the townhouses. But before we talk about the Valley, let's talk a bit about the Dubai villa market and just give you some trends and ideas as well. So you're looking at a map of Dubai, and you're also going to be seeing over here the way Dubai is kind of expanding. Okay, so the new villas and townhouses are coming towards Al Ain Road, where we have the Mach Hills 2, we have the Valley project, right, which we're talking about in more detail today. And then we're seeing more developments in Mohammed bin Rashid City, mostly aimed towards luxury, ultra luxury. And now we're seeing expansion towards Dubai South and Palm Jebel Ali. And pretty soon, we will also probably hear about villas and townhouses coming up in Dubai Islands. So the Valley is located in the suburbs or the outskirts of the city, but through Al Ain Road, it is connected to this part of town and towards Sharjah and this economic center. And also the number of projects coming up in this belt are actually quite limited, especially when you're looking at the affordable segment. And that's why we've seen in Sharjah, on this side of the border, some freehold developments come up which compete with communities like this in Dubai. So the other thing that we can also look at here to give some perspective on the villa market is this is showing you the new projects launched in 2023 and 2024 for villa and twin villas only. And so everything marked in green is where there's still some sales that can take place on the primary market. If you're seeing anything in yellow, these are projects which are expected to come in 2024. And then the projects that are marked in red are the ones where the sales have already taken place, it's sold out, but there is a growing resale market, growing interest from buyers to purchase by paying premiums potentially, but then they have to be cash buyers, they can't get mortgages, and there's more cash flow involved up front. But the secondary market is where we usually see more value deals, right? And that's one of the things that we do very well in our company. And so we can also talk about, 2021, 2022 launches, but the thing to look at over here is the number of new projects coming up in 2024. So they're launched in 2021, they're starting to get closer to deliveries. It's not that many villas, and already the resale market has been so strong over the past 2 years for most of these projects that already the end user owns these properties, and there will be limited number of resale activity over here. The other thing to look at over here, this is a message we send out in our community channels. So the number of transactions is actually decreasing. There's less sellers in the market. There's less new projects coming up that compete with like the high-end kind of prices that you see right now. Most of the new projects coming up are luxury grade. So anyway, that's a kind of quick recap on the villa market. If we come back to this image here, this is Farm Gardens, right? So this is the large 4 and 5 bedroom villas of the Valley project launching today, actually. Now there's already a lot of good content talking about Farm Gardens and giving you tours of what the Valley look like right now. So I won't get into all that in this video, but what I can do is kind of give you a quick recap, give you a bit of a deeper dive on like just the master plan and pricing as well. So over here, Eden is the first phase, which was launched in 2019. It's handing over now, and they look pretty nice. And over here you get bigger garden sizes than you would say in Elan and or even Ranches 3, and prices are slightly lower than those communities as well. And then we had these phases launched in this order. So all the 3 and 4 bedroom townhouses in the Valley. And then we also had the launch of Farm Gardens, which was in December of 2022. After Farm Gardens in 2023, there was just one significant project launched in the Valley, which was Ravana, which are these twin villas, 3, 4, and 5 bedrooms. And then up here is where they are launching Farm Gardens 2. So Farm Gardens 2 is not the same as Farm Gardens 1. There have been differences in terms of the built-up areas and plot sizes. This chart over here can help you understand pricing a bit better. So as Eden hands over now, this is the kind of prices you're seeing. Prices per square foot, current rental values. And then you can also see like what the last launches look like. So this is Ravana, launch prices, launched at these kind of price points, which look pretty decent right now because the market is evolving really fast this last 2-3 months. So Farm Gardens 1, this is the kind of built-ups and plot sizes you had, and you can see the difference between the two phases here. Prices per square foot are higher in phase 2 of Farm Gardens, and the built-up areas are bigger. So it's like a 1.5, 2 million, 3 million dirham gap between the two phases, but you're gonna get a much, much bigger house. So this is a bit of a price summary. Over here, this is kind of showing you the evolution of the townhouse phases of the Valley. So in 2019, this is the kind of launch prices you had, the kind of payment plan you had, and you can see that as time has gone on, the community, builds its momentum. And then of course the market has changed a lot. So then you're going to see in the last phase of 2022, This is the kind of prices you saw launched as compared to 2019. And so we haven't seen any new 3 and 4 bedroom townhouses coming up, but we know in the secondary market right now, these kind of houses, which were last launched by the developer for 1.6 to 1.8 million, they're transacting right now at between 1.9 to 2.2, 2.3 million. And then you can see that every year there'll be 1 or 2 clusters that are delivered. So then the supply is a bit more controlled as well, gives plenty of time for absorbing. And so usually with these communities, within 3 to 6 months of their handovers, the occupancy rate usually does reach around 60-70%. And then within 6 to 9 months or up to a year, it usually does hit at least 85-90%. Anyway, so that is the kind of quick summary for Valley. And over here, this was the first phase of Farm Gardens launch. Now the new cluster map has come out. Maybe I can put that up in this video. These are the new renders. So for Farm Gardens 2, this is what the house is going to look like. So these are some of the largest villas you can buy in Dubai. The built-up areas for 4-bedroom villas is above 6,000 up to 6,600 square foot, and they cost around 7.2 million dirhams, which is less than around $2 million. Okay, so this is a quick summary of the Valley and a bit about the villa market. I hope it was a bit useful for you. And if you want to talk about any of these projects in more detail, once again, just hit the description box and get in touch with us. Okay, thank you very much. Take care.